So after I'd chosen my colours, I started at the bottom, and to be honest, that's a really silly idea. I should have started at the top because then you don't smudge anything as you work around your page. I'm trying to press on nice and hard, but it hurts my hand sometimes. So I sometimes change direction of the book. So you can see sometimes I'm turning my book or I'm turning the way I'm colouring, changing the direction so that I can do 2 layers and have no gaps. On some of my circles, I blended 2 colours together as well. So I used a green around the outside and then a yellow in the middle, and that was just to add a little bit of difference. When I was using the dark green, that was really hard to colour and press on hard in the right direction. So I just did my best. After I finished the green, I used the maroon to kind of go around the edges of this shape, and I pressed on really nice and hard at the edge and then eased my pressure off as I got towards the middle, and that just gives you that kind of ombre effect, and I think it looks really nice with the more of a shadow underneath the piano. Then I moved on to my blue circles, and I used the same technique with these as I did before. So I coloured in one direction and then kind of turned my book around, or changed the direction I was colouring in to get a flat colour. I then used a dark blue in the background. When I am colouring large areas, I try and get my marks as close together as possible, and that just means that you don't have to go over it more than once, generally. And you want to colour in the same direction all the time as well. On this one, I just did the rainbow and I tried to make it in the same order as the one at the bottom, but I didn't have a purple, so I just did what I could. Okay, so now I've finished my background and I'm quite happy with it, but you can see that my guitar has disappeared a little bit. So I'm going to take a black pencil crayon and I'm going to colour, it's quite sharp. I'm going to press on quite hard next to my guitar, and then I'm just going to loosen up my pressure coming out. And I'm going to do that in little sections all the way along my guitar, and it should make my guitar stand out slightly from the background, so a bit like a shadow, but I'm just blending it out. So I'm pressing on really nice and hard next to the guitar, but then I'm loosening it off, so I'm sort of easing off my pressure as I get further away. And you can see that it just blends out into that colour. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do around the rest of the guitar. Okay, so now I've finished my shadow. I'm actually really happy with the guitar. I'm just going to use pen just to correct the shape of this slightly, because I don't like the shape of that. Just round it off a little bit. But I'm pretty happy with that. I think the shadow just means that it stands out from the background, and it just makes it a little bit more impactful with quite a busy background. So good luck with yours, guys.